lot of questions tonight about what charges Trump exactly faces as the indictment remains sealed.
All right, well, we do know for sure the U.S. is in uncharted waters. We have a team of reporters following day 2 of the indictment. Let's get right over to Fox 5's Linda Schmidt, who joins us live from Lower Manhattan. And Linda, all eyes are on early next week when Trump's expected to arrive here in New York.
That's right there, Stephen, Natasha. But the first thing I want to show you here tonight is this letter right here. This is an order that was signed by the judge inside the court, and this was signed yesterday. And what this is it allows Alvin Bragg to go ahead and announce there has been an indictment against Donald Trump. And if you read right up here in the corner, it says the people of the state of New York against Donald Trump. And again, this was signed yesterday. Now, the district attorney had wanted Donald Trump to go ahead and surrender today. However, special arrangements, of course, have to be made with Secret Service. So as a result of that, Trump's attorney telling us he will likely surrender to the DA's office next Tuesday.
We will win this case.
President Trump's attorney telling Fox 5 he believes many of the counts in the grand jury indictment will be dismissed and that there is zero chance Trump will take a plea deal. Attorney Joe Tacopina says Trump's formal surrender and arrest at the Manhattan District Attorney's office will likely happen on Tuesday. The former president's Secret Service detail will be by his side at all times. Trump and his legal team were stunned the grand jury voted to indict.
After getting over the shock of this actually coming to fruition, because we all are hoping that justice would prevail, the rule of law would mean something, then he buckled his belt and he, sturdied himself, and he is just a tough guy, and he's someone whose knees do not buckle, and he's ready to fight now.
The exact charges will be unsealed during the arraignment, but they center around hush money payments made to 2 women to keep them quiet during the 2016 presidential campaign. Porn actress Stormy Daniels and former Playboy model Karen McDougal. Federal prosecutors in the Southern District of New York decided not to charge Trump related to the hush money, and the Federal Election Commission also dropped its investigation into the matter.
Which leads us to believe and make us understand that this is really about a political persecution, weaponizing of the justice system to pursue political opponents.
Criminal defense attorney Peter Frankel is also a former prosecutor. He believes the DA's case involves more than just the hush money.
I think that if they brought that case alone, it would get laughed out of court. It would be, I think you're going to see more counts of falsifying business records. I think you're going to see a thicker indictment. I think you're going to see more allegations that relate to a course of conduct over time relating to the same type of scheme, which is, making entries and doing things that were illegal.
Now, this grand jury indictment against Trump, it remains sealed. So Trump and his attorneys, they have no idea what the details are inside that indictment. They will not get a look at it until they are in court. Again, that's scheduled for Tuesday during his arraignment. That's when they will see all of the details. And then after that, his attorney is telling me after court on Tuesday, at some point after that, they will be filing a motion to dismiss the indictment. But again, this is just standard operating procedure in many cases involving defense attorneys. It's just a practice that they carry out. But again, that would happen after the arraignment at some point. Back inside to you.
All right, Linda, thank you.